So I want to tell you guys about my crazy journey back from Uman Rosh Hashanah, because I'm walking now and I can say the story. So Baruch Hashem, the way into Uman was very good. We actually arrived in Uman Erev Chag at about 1-2 p.m., which is cutting it a little close for me. Usually I like to be there a few days before, but this year that's the way it worked out. We took a bunch of trains. We landed in Warsaw. We took a few trains. We made it to the border, and everything was very good. And Rosh Hashanah was absolutely unbelievable. One of the highest Rosh Hashanahs for sure. I think there was the most people I've seen in Uman in my 17-18 years of going. Now the way back was a little bit different. The way back was I wanted to take a train back into Poland, because when you take the train back into Poland from Ukraine, you can avoid the crazy borders. But unfortunately, there was no trains that worked out with the flight that I booked. So I joined in with some other chavra from America and Israel that had flights around the same time as me in Warsaw at 6 p.m. on Thursday. Remember, Rosh Hashanah ends on Wednesday night, and we have a driver that was going to meet us about 45 minutes after Chag ended, and we were going to go drive to the border the whole night, get to the border, cross the border on foot, and then we have another driver on the other side. And the plan was to have enough time to get to Warsaw and everything would be great, right? Everything went very wrong, and that's what happens when you go to Uman, and it's good. It's a big ticket. It's beautiful. So first, the driver did not show up on time. The driver sent his friend who also, whatever, he didn't know where we were. So we had to walk and find the driver. By the time we found the driver, it was already like an hour and a half after we wanted to leave. Fine, we got into the car, we were driving, everything's good. The rest of the drive was pretty peaceful. We made it to the border at about 6 a.m. Okay, it's 6 a.m. Our flights are now 6 p.m. We have enough time, right? So right when we're about to walk into this pathway that to go start crossing on foot, a Ukrainian driver comes over to us and says, "Listen, I know there's a lot of people online. You're going to be stuck there for a few hours, at least 3-4 hours. Come into my car, I'll drive you across the border. It's only going to take an hour and a half, and whatever." So we asked him how much he wanted. He wanted $250, which was, it's a nice amount of money for each guy. I think we were 4 people, and we said no. We didn't know if this guy was lying to us just because he wanted to make money, whatever. So okay, fine, we're going to take our chances, and we are going to cross the border on foot. So we go there, and it doesn't seem so bad on the Ukrainian side. Obviously, first you have to cross over on the Ukrainian side. It took about a half hour to go through there. But once you're past the Ukrainian side, you cannot go back, right? The only way to go out is through Poland. So we got out of the Ukrainian side, we started walking, and all of a sudden we're hit with a few thousand people who made it there before us from Uman, and obviously regular Ukrainians and Polish people, whoever was crossing the border. And slowly but surely it turned into a realization that we are not moving at all, and everyone was just pushing and shoving, and then more Breslov came from Uman, and more, and things were getting a little bit tense online. People were cutting, people were this, people were that, and they were sending people to the back of the line who had too many cigarettes that you can only take 2 packs out. People were trying to bring 2 cartons out. So people who got caught who were thrown to the back of the line, they obviously wanted to go back to the front of the lines. They think that they deserved to. So there was just a lot of fighting, and the hours were counting down. We thought we'll be there for 2 hours, and then it becomes 4 hours, 5, 6, 7. We were there for 9 hours. 9 hours on a line, no bathrooms, barely any water. Everyone's smoking in your face. Everyone's screaming, babies crying. And thank God we made it out. But by the time we made it out, obviously we missed our flight to Warsaw. Everybody, all the people on my group. So at that point, we needed to book new flights because we really wanted to get home for Shabbos. And we looked online, we got a driver, and the closest airport there is now Krakow, so we didn't want to go back to Warsaw, so we went to Krakow. It's only about 2.5 hours later. We jumped into a car, and everybody started booking different tickets. So I went with a different guy. There was a guy there with 2 of his kids, one of our friends from America, and he needed to go back to America, so he had a flight that he found right away. So we were hustling to the airport. He was able to get in and make that flight. And me and my friend from Israel, the only flight that we found that would connect us back to Israel and get us back to Israel in time for Shabbos was through Dubai. So we went to Dubai. We flew from Krakow to Dubai on Thursday night. And we also realized that when we were about to take off that this flight was going to fly through Iran, which was not a good idea because Israelis are not really supposed to fly above Iran in case Chas v'Shalom there's an emergency. The plane has to make an emergency landing in Iran. And yeah, so Baruch Hashem, we prayed pretty hard, and thank God the flight made it to Dubai. We were in Dubai for an hour and a half, and then we took a flight from Dubai and we landed in Israel at 12:30 p.m. Arab Shabbos. And thank God we were home. I mean, now it's Monday, but yeah, we're still recovering from the crazy journey. And yeah, unfortunately, just this year, I think a lot of people were just trying to get home before Shabbos, and the borders are not meant for thousands of people at once. When we finally got to that border control room in Poland after waiting online for 9 hours, I realized why it was taking so long is because they only have 3 little desks open, and each person there checked for 2 to 3 minutes at a time, making sure, scanning suitcases and like that. So anyway, thank God we made it, and everyone should have a great year.